Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Allison Cruz, and I'd like to welcome you to Ori and the Blind Forest. Previously, we had just witnessed the unfortunate passing of our beloved caregiver, Naru, and unfortunately, there's nothing we can do to go back and change what's been lost. So, we must move forward and persevere, hopefully see what's going on with this so-called light as we enter the sunken glades. Now, this game is pretty much your run-of-the-mill side-scrolling platformer, right? I mean, we get to run around, jump, go through things, collect ability orbs and things like this so that we can get new moves and stuff. So, you know, that's pretty standard, right? Not exactly. This game pretty much transcends that entire genre in all capacities. You're gonna watch out for these glowing purple things because those will actually hurt you. Also, don't go into the purple Kool-Aid death water. That is no good whatsoever. So we'll go over here. These will typically bestow health upon you by giving you life shards. It's good to increase your vitality and keep precious note of where these are, because if you're not very good at this game, you might need to revisit that at some point. Also, we have an energy cell. These are absolutely vital, and you want to make sure you don't waste these because these typically act as your checkpoints. This game does not save automatically. You need to create a soul link to save your game. Now, as long as you have an energy cell, you'll be able to do this at any point you want, as long as you're out of harm's way and you're on solid ground. But you have to be careful because, as you can tell, we're not regaining any of our soul energy back, so that's our only checkpoint for a while, and if we die, we start all the way back over there. That's no good. Excuse me, sir. I was trying to explain some things. That's alright. Anyway, we have Spirit Light. This basically serves as your experience, so make sure you pick those up whenever possible, because having abilities is nice, and they'll work well for us. And speaking of abilities... Uh-oh. That's not good. So, basically, Sign is our version of beating people up. So there we go. We have tapping X to use the Spirit Flame, and that's basically your main method of attacking right now. So whenever you see your enemies have a red aura around them, typically that means you'll be able to lock onto them and attack them. So make sure you're careful for that. Alright, so we're going to move forward. Now that we have one ability point, we'll be able to upgrade a move of a particular class depending on what it is we want. Nope. So we need to head to the Hollow Grove, it seems, which, you know, doesn't seem that far away considering where we are right now, but it might take a little while to get there. Yeah, we'll make it in no time. So let's go find the Spirit Tree. He looms ever so constantly in the back over there. Oh, we can also attack these. We'll take those. And actually, I think I will make a new Spirit Link. Now, you can use these to access the ability tree. And here's where you can upgrade things in a variety of branches, such as, you know, Spirit Magnet, rekindling your Soul Links, which is actually pretty good. As you notice, it disappeared after we used it the first time. But for right now, I think I will probably go with the Quick Flame, just because it allows me to shoot 3 times. So that's pretty good. Make sure you use them wisely, because some of the later ones are actually very valuable and difficult to get, so you want to make sure not to put those to waste. Alright, so now we can attack these things. They no longer pose any threat to us now that we have our Spirit Flames. It's all good business. Excellent. Alright, also, these creatures, not a big fan of those. Just got hurt there. Don't know how that happened. But, let's do this. Yeah, they have projectiles that pretty much just go wherever the hell they feel like. Not very good. Alright, but actually, before we head on over to that, I would like to head over here destroy all these for a couple of easy experience points for our first instance of a soul well, I believe is what it's called. Spirit wells, pardon me. So these are basically the rooted, no pun intended, rooted save points of this game. So you can come here at any point and save. You don't need your spirit links to do this. You'll just be able to save, regain all of your energy and health, and you're good. Now you notice that. That's an ability orb. That will actually grant you one full experience level if we can reach it. Unfortunately, it doesn't appear as though there's a way we can do that now, so we're gonna have to return to that. This game is full of backtracking, and it's actually very satisfying. I'm incredibly surprised how much satisfaction I get out of returning to an old area with new techniques in order to, you know, get things that we couldn't get before. Also, you want to watch out for spikes there. Those are pretty gnarly. And we'll go destroy this. Get these all out of the way. There we go. Oh man. So remember where we came from, you guys, because there's going to be a point later on where you're going to play this first section and you're going to be like, wow, can't believe we've only gone that far. Also, I'm doing a really bad job right now at avoiding those guys. It's kind of insane. Alright, so we can move rocks here. This is pretty good for us. And collect something over here. Ooh. So these things, you're going to want to collect as many of these as you find, because these will actually allow you to progress further through the game. Believe it or not, they're basically keys, so make sure you grab those. And before we do anything else, we need a second one, I believe, which is up here. We'll just go across this area and collect that. Excellent. And as you notice, the key door is right beneath us, and we can actually drop down without taking damage, so that's good. Alright, sounds good, but first, before we do anything else, let me grab a little bit of health. Thank you. Have a little bit of a safety net there. We'll go stick them in there. We can progress. Excellent. Alright. So, okay, now we're gonna start getting into slightly branching paths. We can go to either the Hollow Grove, which is where we technically need to go, but apparently there isn't going to be a way to progress quite yet, so we're going to want to wait on that for a moment. Also this guy right there. Oof. Alright, there we go. And, okay, so over here we have ourselves spirit shards, and also this blue cracked wall. We can't do anything about that yet, so we'll hold off on that for a minute, and let's get ourselves a new upgrade. We don't really have a need for the spirit magnet quite yet. That's something I'd like to get soon, but I think I'm going to increase the strength just a little bit, just so that we have that. And because we have no spirit energy, gonna hit that, and there we go, an energy shard. It's very useful for us. Make sure you keep an eye out for those and that you use those sparingly. And ooh, more so than the energy shards, ladies and gentlemen. You got a heart container! No, we've got a life cell. These will permanently increase your health. So it's very nice that we are able to get that early enough. Alright, so let's continue to the spirit caverns where, ooh, we have these guys, jerks. And continue forward. There's lots we can do here because this is technically our first area where our new skills are going to be put to the test. We need to find 2 key shards. Unfortunately, we'll have to traverse through these very dangerous areas. It's going to kill everything in sight. That's basically going to be the rule of thumb here, is just destroy everything you can. Make sure you save often, because like I said, there are no checkpoints in this game aside from what you create. So just keep that in mind, because this game can get a little tricky sometimes and you'll forget. So I'm just saying that out of experience. So alright, let's go down here. See what we got. New soul link. What do we have? Is this the... oh yes. Alright, so these are also pretty important. We've got map stones. So they chart the Forest of Nibel. There's a piece missing. Alright, so typically there will be a map stone fragment in each area of the game, in which case, once we unlock it, it'll show all of the places that we have been, or haven't been, rather. So you're going to want to keep that in mind, because I would recommend having it if you want 100% completion. So, and I guess I'll strive for that. I'm not making any promises. But it's mostly just a, matter of going to the right places and remembering whether or not you did. Alright, and this guy right here. There we go. God, that guy usually always gets me. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, this left area we're gonna want to wait a moment because there's nothing we can do, so let's go hop down here and be careful. Now you can wall slide, and you want to use these to your advantage because... no, we can't. Never mind. Not quite yet. So, as to not bump into any spikes or creatures that are spiky. Alright, can I get that please? Experience? No. Don't forget about me. Alright, and... oh, I guess we didn't need the help. Oh, there we go. So when you level up, you also get all your health and things back, so very useful to remember. Alright, let's move forward. Because as you'll notice, there's no real way for us to get back up on that right side. So let's hope that we're not trapped here. That would be a little disappointing. Alright, well, let's press X to absorb the light and see what Phil has for us. So with that, we've learned wall jump. God, what a more convenient time to ever have gotten this. Wall jumping is amazing, and it actually is probably one of the trickiest techniques in this game to get a hold of. We got an energy cell, which, much like the life cell, will give us an entirely new soul link to use, so that's very useful. Keep in mind, we will need a certain number of energy cells in order to access different areas, and you'll see more or less what I mean by that in a bit, but by God. Oh, and I just walked right into that. That was grade A stuff. So, it's going to be quite useful for us here, climbing back up, getting higher ground, heading to new areas. Obviously, this does increase our chances of, you know, finding things. That's nice. Alright. Also, I should have probably gotten my ability orb up, so here, let's do that right now. Alright, and I think I probably will... yeah, I don't have Charge Flame yet, so let's go with Spirit Magnet, and hopefully not miss out on any more experience. That would be pretty nice, right? Alright, don't you dare. There, alright. Ooh. Now, the Magnet Orb is actually really decent, so I would recommend picking that up fairly soon, but, you know, it's your decision. You can go whatever way you want. But now that we have the Spirit Jump, there's many things we can do here, and that's, you know, mostly just continuing forward. So, and if you guys recall before, that wall that was a little bit too high for us, we can go back there, all the way back, if we really wanted to, but it's not necessary. We're gonna have to go back there a couple of times anyway. Alright, so, whenever you see those energy shards, keep in mind, that's a little bit of a hint as to probably wanting to save your game. So keep that in mind as we enter this area over here of rotating death. I think these things do 2 damage if you're not careful, so let's grab this, and if you're not careful, whoop, it'll start slowing down very slowly. So I'm just gonna go ahead and... oh, damn it. Hopefully not suck. I don't know why I decided to pull there. I guess pushing is probably a little bit more effective. Please don't kill me. Oh, I did not jump. So that's pretty much what happens when you mess up. You just go straight back there with all of the same experience that you had prior to that save. So you don't save anything going forward. See what yeah, there we go. That's what I normally do. There. What a weird place to die. I'm not even kidding. Alright, we can make it. We can make it. And just wait a minute. There we go. Alright, I just have to get back into the groove of this because obviously later on in the game you get a significant amount of other skills here. As you can tell, you have a lot more variety and movement in things, so I would recommend probably... also, we stopped on 1337, sorry. That was a dumb thing to notice, but anyway. Means we should probably end off here pretty soon. Whoop. Alright, so we'll get rid of all of these. Get out of here. And we'll pull this switch. That'll also become a mechanical later. And I say, death. Death to you. Death to you, and here is our map shard. So we've collected everything, or a map fragment, that we need for this point so far, so I say we can probably end up continuing forward. There we go. Get out of here, sir. Appreciate it. And we'll be good to go. Some pretty good stuff. Alright, actually, let's get that map situated before anything else. And like I said, this is just for completion's sake, for the most part. But we've already discovered 62% of it, but it's gonna be a while before we can get the rest. Believe me, that upper left-hand section, I think is where we're heading now. Okay, so this area right over here, that's gonna be a little bit. So, yeah. We've still got a long ways to go. And like I said, you can go all the way back there for that ability cell, which is good stuff. Excellent. God. It feels weird to not be so agile. Like, if you think that you're moving pretty quick here now, oh man, you've seen literally nothing yet. Alright, get out of here, please. Thank you. Gonna avoid all of those at all costs. Destroy those. And I think we are pretty much good here. So let's stick that in there. Continue through our second spirit gate. Excellent. Because next time on Ori and the Blind Forest, ladies and gentlemen, we will make our vertical ascent throughout copious amounts of death as well as unkillable enemies. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You'll join me next time. I'll talk to you guys then.